If you're Nigerian, especially abroad, and you're wondering if real estate investment in Nigeria is still a good investment considering the fluctuation of the economy and then the performance of Naira against dollar and whatever currency you're earning from, then this video is for you. Recently, there's been a lot of trend on the social media, a lot of people who are also saying things against investing in real estate, and some of them even had to go to the extent to start doing calculations. But that's not the real problem. The real problem is that we have been fed with the wrong information. A lot of us have always had the notion that every land is good, every investment is good, and land always appreciates. But I want to break it to you, that is not always the situation. We have market cycle that plays along with the real estate market, and most times the time you're hearing about a particular property and you're buying, you're already losing out, and eventually we keep complaining that we buy and the property is not appreciating. A lot of people who enter the market early, for instance those who acquired in Centenary City or Gofanet, in fact as of today I have a property that is selling for 250 million naira, and when I sent it to a client, he started shouting. He said, "Man, I knew when this place was selling for 50 million naira," but that is his loss. He did not buy. And today, he's going to pay as high as 250 million naira to get 2,500 square meters. In the same place, would have gotten it for 50 million for a plot. You could do the calculation and you see for yourself. Now, the real deal is this. Most of us who are investing in real estate in Nigeria, we're not doing so with strategy. We invest with inshallah and God help us and God have mercy, right? But with keen strategy, you could invest in Nigeria, even earning abroad, and you will still make a lot of money, because what you invest in Nigeria is meant to grow your Nigerian portfolio and not just for you to convert back to dollar, because that's where the problem is. You invest in Nigeria, for instance, let's say someone who invested in Centenary City in 2018 with 10 million naira, and then dollar to naira exchange rate then was about 365 naira, and today, unfortunately for us, which is not within our control, dollar is exchanging for 1,450 naira. When he says his property at 50 million and decides to convert to dollar, he's losing. But that 50 million naira, he could reinvest it back in Nigeria, grow his Nigerian portfolio, and then he keeps earning in Nigeria to solve Nigerian problems. Now, the part we tend to forget so much is that we are aging and time and tide waits for no man, right? At the point of your retirement, will you stay in old people's home, or will you be back with us running around Opera Square every morning with your money working for you, because you have real estate investments paying you and then paying your generation even after you? The Bible's definition of a good man is the one who leaves inheritance for his children's children. My friend said there are people when they die on earth, their children that are scared to write "gone too soon" or "gone to be with the Lord." You know why? Because the legacies they build, the investments they have, is still paying them, and then it's difficult for them. They can only write "always in our memory." Think about that. If this speaks to you, I have a webinar coming up at the end of the month, and I'll be teaching you the practical steps to take to invest in Nigeria and make lots of money from it. How to identify places that will boom, factors you need to check, and you will know that this particular place is going to boom and property here is going to appreciate. I'll also teach you how to identify properties that are fraudulent, right? Because there are a lot of fake documents going around, a whole lot of fake claims, and I wouldn't want you to be a victim. Real estate investment is a beautiful thing. If done right, it's eventually the best investment in the world, right? And remember, it's more about a strategy than just the tactics. You could invest in more volatile economy and get your profit, and out and invest in more stable economy like real estate. Recently, there have been a whole lot of losses in the more volatile market, and then it's a pointer to the fact that the higher risky an investment is, the higher the return. And real estate is a very low risky investment. You shouldn't be expecting a higher return. On average, we should be having 7 to 15% return on investment per annum. But we see Nigerians who want to make 25% return on investment per annum, and that is wrong. So the approach to real estate investment is wrong. And on this webinar, I will teach you, and I will be having as a guest speaker Tade Cash, someone who has been playing in the real estate market. And then, in fact, as of today in Nigeria, he's the cash flow king, because he has over 2,000 units paying him rent in Nigeria alone. So see you by the end of the month, and remember, bless.